Hi guys, it is Kristen, the nerdy mom. Today we're going to be talking about my top 5 Comic-Con tips and tricks. Number 1, it's going to be stay watered and fed. This is really important. I have a tiny human and he likes to have food and drink. So one thing that I like to do is I actually like to make some of his costume functional. So he's going to be dressed up as Link for our next convention, and his potion bottle is actually going to be a water bottle, and his pouches are going to be containing some of his most favorite snacks. One of the things, if you're not going to be cosplaying, definitely bring a satchel or a backpack so that you can also put some of your purchases in the backpack. Oh, and then also you can bring your snacks and then lunch. We live in the same area as our convention, so we definitely know the area around us. But if you don't know the area around the convention that you're going to be going to, go ahead and check out what's around it. Usually what you're going to find outside of the convention is going to be healthier and also less expensive. The convention hall food is generally way more expensive. So check outside of the convention hall. It'll give you also a breather to get outside of the convention, because the convention, it's so exciting and it's so like energetic, but if you're the type of person that just gets a little bit like overwhelmed by the crowds, you need to take a break every once in a while. And also, if you have kids, they need to take a break as well. They're really excited, they don't want to stop, but they do need a break, because by the end of the day, they're already going to crash, but they might have a meltdown before you leave at the end of the day. So giving them a break is definitely a great idea. And that leads into my number 2 tip and trick, is that find the quiet room. Most conventions, actually almost every single convention I've been to, has at least 1 or 2 large rooms that are dedicated to be the quiet room. And they do need to stay quiet, so if you do have children that are making noise, maybe move them off into another area that's not occupied, because you want to take the quiet room and just kind of decompress and relax. I know that when my son and I went to a convention last year, he was dressed up as a Cyberman, and a little Cyberman is just cute, and everybody loved his costume. He had about 100 pictures taken of him in about an hour and a half, and we ended up having to just take off his cosplay for a while because he needed time to walk around the convention as well, and he wanted to not have as much attention drawn to him. So quiet room, amazing. Number 3, guys. This one is more of a courtesy rather than a tip or trick. I like to bring cash, because I know that some of the smaller vendors, they won't always have card readers, and I also like to bring smaller bills, because after a while they start getting 20s and then they're not able to make change. So bringing cash is fantastic, and it also helps them not have to pay service charges when they're swiping cards too, so cash is awesome. And my number 4 tip and trick is to kind of make a semi-outline of what you want to do for the day. I don't like to commit to something super hardcore, so I pick like the top 5 things for the entire weekend that I do not want to miss, and I'll put them in my phone, and I'll put an alert on them. This is really important. Make sure you put like a 30-minute alert or a 15-minute alert, because sometimes you're going to be at the opposite end of the convention of where the other room is going to be that you need to be at. But then also sometimes you're like, oh, I'm going to talk to these awesome cosplayers, and then I realize, oh my god, I have 15 minutes to go where now? And then you don't really know where you're going to. So give yourself some time to get to the next event, and just kind of make a semi-outline just so that you can have the freedom to enjoy the convention, so you can go see the fun things, you can have a conversation with an amazing person that you met. I met Jane Espenson at a convention and I nearly lost it. Words were not my friend that day. I kept trying to tell her how much I loved her and how much her work had affected my life, but it came out more like, you are awesome. And she was amazing. I actually have a picture with her, and it's something that I really cherished, was meeting her and her just being an amazing person and being able to get past the awkwardness of me. And my final tip and trick is to have fun. You're gonna be there with like your friends, your family. I'm gonna be there with my son, and we're just gonna have an amazing time. We're gonna talk to other geeks who love the things that we love, and we're gonna be growing our geek community. So Thanks guys, I had a really great time talking about my tips and tricks. I'm going to be going to the Emerald City Comic Con, so if you see me, just say hi. Love to chat with everybody, and I'll be talking to you soon. Ciao!